This is a list of fantastic games that go for dirt cheap prices during sales. If you don't have tons of free time, it's nearly impossible to keep up with every video game release. And that's without even mentioning rising day one prices. So it's no surprise that some great titles might have slipped through the cracks. Well, now's the perfect time to catch up. These 10 games are smart bets that punch way above their discounted price. Whether you're into shooters, RPGs, or strategy, there's something here for everyone. Let's kick things off with Battlefield 1, arguably the best Battlefield game of the modern era. Set in the chaos of World War I, it manages to strike the perfect balance between intense infantry firefights, explosive vehicle combat, long-range sniping, and gritty close-quarters skirmishes. It still has an active multiplayer community, and the sandbox-style destruction and cinematic pacing feel as sharp as ever. At its usual sale price, this is an easy yes. Available on PC, PlayStation 4 and 5, and Xbox. Mass Effect Legendary Edition gives you 3 iconic sci-fi RPGs in one glorious package. This is BioWare storytelling at its finest. An epic journey across the galaxy filled with unforgettable characters, meaningful choices, and intense third-person combat that really shines in Mass Effect 2 and 3. It's the kind of series that stays with you forever, and this remastered bundle is constantly on deep discount. Play it on PC, Xbox, or PlayStation 4 and 5. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy is a game that never got the love it deserved. Maybe it was Marvel fatigue, maybe it launched at a bad time. It doesn't matter, this one's a sleeper hit.
We got this.
The writing is hilarious, the team banter is constant and clever, and the gameplay is fast-paced and surprisingly engaging. Add in stellar visuals and a killer soundtrack, and you've got a game that feels like a playable space comedy blockbuster. It's pure fun from start to finish. Available on PC, Xbox, or PlayStation 4 and 5. Tactical fans, you already know what's coming. XCOM 2. This is the gold standard for turn-based strategy. It's punishing, it's unpredictable, and yes, you will miss a 95% shot at the worst possible time. But that's what makes every mission so tense and thrilling. With timed objectives and procedural maps, no two runs are the same. And the War of the Chosen expansion elevates it to an entirely new level. This is a cornerstone of the genre, and it goes on sale for pocket change. Grab it on PC, Xbox, or PlayStation 4 and 5. It's almost unfair how good The Witcher 3 still is. Even years later, it stands as one of the greatest RPGs of all time.
Wonder what it's doing here.
You've got a vast, richly detailed world, a hauntingly good story, and some of the best side quests in gaming history. It's packed with lore, unforgettable characters, and quests that stick with you long after you finish them. And with a sequel on the horizon, there's never been a better time to dive in. It's on PC, Xbox, Switch, and PlayStation 4 and 5, and it's constantly on sale.
You're here.
Next up is the indie darling that took the world by storm, Hades. This roguelite action game is pure gameplay bliss. Fast, fluid, and endlessly replayable. It's the kind of game where just one more run turns into a 3 a.m. session. The writing is sharp, the characters are genuinely charming, and the soundtrack absolutely slaps. Even if roguelites usually aren't your thing, Hades might be the exception. It's just that good.
I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part, beginning.
And if you've got a Steam Deck or handheld device, it's the perfect pick up and play experience. On sale, it's a no-brainer. Available on PC, Xbox, PlayStation 4 and 5, and Switch.
Back to dust.
More and more androids show signs.
Detroit Become Human is a cinematic adventure where every choice truly
If
matters.
they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous.
Set in a near-future world where androids are questioning their place in society, it explores themes of identity, freedom, and empathy in ways few games dare to. The branching paths and outcomes mean no two players have the same experience, and it's a gripping ride from start to finish. One of Quantic Dream's best.
My name is Marcus. Just like you, I was a slave.
It's available on PC and PlayStation 4 and 5.
Open my eyes to take back my freedom and decide who I wanted to be. Are we near the drop zone?
If you've ever heard whispers about Titanfall 2, believe the hype. This is one of the best single-player FPS campaigns ever made.
Protect the pilot. Reinitializing.
The level design is genius, the movement feels slick, and the mech combat is pure joy.
The vortex shield catches incoming rounds and missiles.
It sadly got buried by a crowded release window, but it has since built a cult following. It plays great today, especially for those who want a tight, explosive shooter.
Titanfall detected. We will have to fight our way to safety. Get ready.
And yes, it's dirt cheap during sales. Find it on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 4 and 5. Mad Max is another underrated gem that finally got its flowers. Set in a beautifully desolate post-apocalyptic wasteland, it mixes gritty melee combat with high-octane car battles. The world is harsh, the visuals are stunning, and the Arkham-style combat is punchy and satisfying. Over time, it's become something of a cult classic, and you'll understand why once you're cruising across the desert in a spiked-out death machine. Available on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 4 and 5.
All hell pursuit! Light up the gasoline tank!
Last but definitely not least, Civilization VI.
I thought Clay must feel happy in the good potter's hand.
If you've never played a turn-based strategy game before, this is the one to start with. It's deep but approachable, and every just one more turn becomes 5 more hours. Whether you're aiming for a science victory or waging world domination, the replayability is through the roof. And during sales, it's often bundled with expansions for shockingly low prices. Available on PC, Xbox, PlayStation 4 and 5, and Switch. What did we miss? Drop a comment below. If you enjoyed this list, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more gaming content.
Quarrels interpose must often wipe a bloody nose.